Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So I saw this on Twitter today. Blair tells AIPAC, if you had a benign regime in Iran, all the problems of the Middle East would be solved. AIPAC is Israel's lobby. Extraordinarily right-wing lobby at that. This is amazing to me. I keep asking this question, why are all these war criminals allowed to walk about the planet? This is amazing to me. This sniveling coward should be in prison. This sniveling coward dragged his country, a country that had nothing to do with anything, into a war that killed upwards of 1 million Iraqis. Now, if you ask him why he did that, the question becomes, well, wait a minute. You let a right-winger, a neocon in America, make the determination on whether your country, your distinct country, that has no affiliation with us at all, should go into a war of aggression against another country. How many Brits died in that particular war? Certainly he's responsible. Britain had no reason to go into Iraq. Hell, for that matter, America had no reason to go into Iraq. You guys, at the very least, I give you credit, you had the Chilcot report. Why isn't he in prison? Why on earth is this sniveling coward not in prison? He's a mass murderer, as far as I can tell. The last thing he should be doing is making comments anywhere. The last thing he should be doing is to be free. In general, he should be dragged before The Hague along with Obama and Trump and Bush. These guys are destabilizing the region. I'm amazed that the conversation he's having is all of the problems in the Middle East. Tell me, Tony, explain to me the actions that you took in the Middle East where you murdered all those civilians in Iraq. You don't think they had anything to do with destabilizing the Middle East? Nothing at all. So are you telling me that when you just completely obliterated that country and all those people went streaming in the other countries, many of which were soldiers, many of which were fighters, the things that they needed to be people for the most part, stripped away from them? Are you telling me that that had nothing to do with issues that are taking place in the United States? My amazement at this sniveling coward making this argument is that this sniveling coward had a lot to do with the problems that the Middle East is having. That doesn't even include what took place. I'm also talking about military equipment, the things that they were selling, the things that the United States were selling, the interests that these guys, these countries, were taking in the affairs of those nations. Britain, you've dropped the ball. You've dropped the ball. You've totally dropped the ball. This man should not be walking around. This man should not be on Twitter. This man should not be anywhere but a prison. This man should be under the prison. This man is a mass murderer. It amazes me. You have to think about the qualities of a person. Like, what are the things inside of a person? What does it mean for a psychological, how that particular person is put together? Where you can engage in a war of aggression in another country, killing upwards of 1 million people. You'd engage in that war not because you thought that there was a strident need to get into that war. You got into that war because the idiot neocon asked you, Tony, are you with me? Sure, why not? I don't have anything better to do. Sure, I can get a few Brits killed in the war that this particular neocon wants to wage on this other country that had nothing to do with the attack on 9/11. Why not? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Lock his ass up, please. Lock his ass up. Drag his ass in front of The Hague. And while you're having a conversation with The Hague about him, also mention Obama, also mention Trump, and also mention Bush. Get all of them. If we're having conversations about the Middle East, certainly America matters. You need to understand. Look, to put in perspective, I said before, Bush killed upwards of 1 million people. Obama took office, expanded 2 wars, Afghanistan and Iraq, to 8, including using special forces to destabilize certain regions of the world, whether it's Iraq, whether it was Syria. Also using drone wars, essentially terrorist wars of aggression in regards to attacking other countries, murdering civilians in those countries. In some cases, 90% of the people we murdered in those countries were innocent. Trump has kicked that up a notch. I think it's like by 400%. We dropped like 20,000 bombs just in 2016 alone. The actions of the previous administration, George Bush, to some degree, is responsible for the reason we are still in those countries right now. Tony Blair holds a large part of the responsibility for that. Please lock his ass up. And please stop letting him roam around the country, spouting off saying ridiculous shit like this. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the content, like, share, subscribe. Thanks guys.